Brad Berry is going to wave the green flag, and we are underway. Kevin Warren and the 65 of Levi Arthur, and everybody makes it through the first two turns. They've only got 302 more to go, as the 23 of Bryce Bailey is also already looking on the low side, as trying to get around the number 49 of Caden Rogers, looking to catch up to the 29 of Joel Hall. We are still 2 by 2 at the front of the pack. Tony Pettinelli now settling into third, as the front two cars continue to race side by side. Kevin Warren in the number 8, giving it a pretty strong showing out there. He has improved a lot in these last few races. I wouldn't have given you a nickel to say he's going to lead the first 3 laps of this one, but he is. Kevin Warren continues to be up front. Steve Sherwood running in second, and you've got the 65 of Levi Arthur, Tony Pettinelli. A lot of hot shoes in the back, making their way to the front. One of them is Joe Papin out there in the yellow number 3. He is to the side of Caden Rogers. Here's Tony Pettinelli to the inside of the 65 of Levi Arthur. Side by side down the back stretch they go. Arthur and Pettinelli doing a real torrid battle out there. Bryce Bailey just trying to be patient back there. You've got the 29 of Joel Hall in the mix. All the local drivers so far running very strong up front. Joe Papin has caught Bryce Bailey in the number 23. Keep an eye on those two guys as they are going to work their way forward. Andre Rogie on the move. Rogie in the 03 to the outside of Caden Rogers as they head around turns number 1 and 2. Rogie getting a good grip up high. Bryce Bailey also in the outside lane. These guys are not afraid to try the outside here at Evans Mills. And right behind Andre Rogie, we've got Craig Harrith. Craig Harrith runs very well in extra distant races, and he loves the hot weather. Keep an eye on that number 1. Papin to the inside of Bryce Bailey. And now you got Tony Pettinelli going for the lead as he gets in front of Warren. We got lap traffic out there, causing a little bit of a mix-up. 3 wide. Coming out of the turn, and Bailey does not get through in the 23. Bryce Bailey to the infield, and the caution comes out.
Sorry.
All right, here they come. The 96 of Jeff Pringle in a spot where he doesn't usually find himself, at the front of the field, and he gets the hammer down early. On that outside lane, he moved up 3 spots. And the 65 of Levi Arthur tried to make it pay off. Joe Papin has tucked in the 4th. He made that restart work for him after choosing that outside lane. You've got the 8 of Kevin Warren and the 03 of Andre Rogie fighting side by side. You got Craig Harrith and Joel Hall out there. John Ramsey, Caden Rogers, all kinds of side-by-side action going through 3 and 4. Up front, Jeff Pringle, single file, then to Tony Pettinelli. Levi Arthur running 3rd. You got Joe Papin, the winner 2 weeks ago. The last modified race we ran here, and he dominated toward the end. Joe Papin trying to move up now, trying to get by the 64 of Levi Arthur. And all kinds of side-by-side action in the back of the pack. They're barely getting through turn 1. Damon Frucci and Corey Tremblay rubbing tires over there. Bryce Bailey has not been able to move forward, but he's got 4 new tires on that car. Now he goes through Bryce Bailey. Picks off 1 more spot as he follows Corey Tremblay through. It is still Jeff Pringle up front. Tony Pettinelli 2nd. Levi Arthur 3rd. Joe Papin running 4th. Andre Rogie 5th. And now Craig Harrith has joined the lead pack of cars. He is a great driver in long distance racing. Harrith in the 6th spot. Here comes Papin to the inside of Levi Arthur. Joe Papin trying to get 1 more spot, and they are tight through turns 1 and 2. Levi Arthur holding on to it. We are coming up on lap 15. Jay Trainer, take us through the next 15 laps.
All right, they are coming for the benchmark moment of lap number 15 in the books, and they draw side by side for positions 3 and 4. On the high side, you have Arthur in the 65 ride looking to make a move. and pass to the outside, and on the inside is the 3 of Joe Papin. Papin now into position respective with his number. He's in third. Meanwhile, up front, the 2 NY also in the position respective with his number. That is Tony Pettinelli. And we are 17 laps counted for. Check that. We're going to drop one back because the yellow flag came out on lap number 17. So the pace truck will drop out of harm's way. And as you said it, Jeff Pringle, he's the point man. He's the control car. He'll refire between the cones. And the engines roar to life. Feel that ground-pounding thunder of the modifieds. On the front straightaway, they are locked and loaded coming out of 2. You can throw a blanket over them. Through the field, ladies and gentlemen, up front, it is a side-by-side racing battle for positions 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Andre Rogie in the 03, also knocking at the door, trying to stick his front nose into the mix and get a Nerf bar in there and move up into the 4th position. Let's see if he gets the job done. Arthur in the 65, Levi Arthur, will drop one back and is still caught up in the outside groove. Give the nod to Joe Papin. Papin has now moved up and held on to securely that 2nd position. Meanwhile, the 03 of Rogie is also a madman on a mission as well, riding in 4th, looking for running room up front. Your racing leader, Jeff Pringle, brings him on down. Papin looking to the inside. Let's see if he gets the job done. They're side by side. He couldn't quite get the bite out of 2 that time. Let's see if he tries to circle around to the inside once again as Pringle trying to hold off that attack out of turn 4. Pringle cautiously riding in the lower groove now, even though he has been riding in the middle groove for the last couple of laps. We'll bring it downstairs. It is a straight line fashion now. Craig Harrowith riding in 5th currently. He's knocking at the door. And Levi Arthur electing to just save it for now and wait in the wings, currently in 6th. The top 6 have really put themselves ahead of the rest of the field and have separated themselves as well. Coming on down as they negotiate with lap traffic, that is Madison Knapp in the number 1. Just getting some turns to the wheel here. They go 3 wide back through the field looking for running room. We keep our eye on that red 96 of Steve Sherwood caught up in the marbles. Meanwhile, the 23 of Bryce Bailey navigating on through, and caution is out on the speedway. Yellow is out on the grid. Here they come. Green flag is out. Pringle setting the pace. And it looks like Joe Papin will try and motor on through for trying to claim that 2nd spot again, but Pettinelli up on the outside, still duking it out, battling, and will settle it down into the 3rd position. Here comes the 1 of Harrowith. Harrowith moving up into the 4th spot with the 03 of Rogie in hot pursuit. Side-by-side racing action back through the field. We see the 024 NY of Anthony Pettinelli caught up in the marbles there, but able to lose some spots, lose some track and real estate, and continue clean and green. Lap number 28 in the books. Pringle controlling the racing action, and we have a car getting slideways over in turn number 2. Caution is out on the speedway. Hard contact between those 2 competitors, including Anthony Pettinelli. Oh, they're coming for the green flag. Go ahead. Green flag is out. We're racing once again. Oh, feel those engines come to life, ladies and gentlemen, as they exit off of turn number 2. And again, Pringle still leads the field. As they look for running room, Pettinelli being drawn alongside by the 3 of Papin. Papin, Pettinelli, Rogie to the inside as well. You could throw a blanket over positions 1 through 5. Harrowith also trying to get involved in the mix as well. Side-by-side racing action between the 03 of Andre Arogi and here to call the next 15 laps. Keith Zare, take it away.
Here they come, and it is a torrid battle out there for spots 3 and 4. As the winner might come from that pack right there, Andre Rogi. Tony Pentinelli has been hanging around longer than usual up front there, and then you got Craig Harris back there in the number 1. But up front it is still Jeff Pringle. He has led multiple laps here. Joe Papin right now has not been able to close the gap. There goes Craig Harris looking to the inside of Pentinelli. A good move by Andre Rogi to get into the number 3 spot. And now the cars start to single file out a little bit. Starting to pace themselves a little bit more. They've got a lot of laps left in this one to go yet. Don't want to burn it all up right here. Steve Sherwood. Oh, Damon Frucci to the inside. A bonsai move in turn number 3. And Frucci in the 15. Lucky to get out of that one. As we had our eyes on Steve Sherwood trying to work through the pack. Coming up on lap traffic again, Jeff Pringle with Joe Papin right behind him. That is the number 1 of Madison Knapp. She has kept that car out of harm's way for lap after lap, behaving very well on the low side. And Joe Papin gets around all the front 5 cars, getting around the 3 wide, going around the turn. Caden Rogers on the outside has to hang on tight as Randy Brunel in the 007 got underneath him. Then you got Bryce Bailey right behind that group. Bailey has a long way to go, and he is now looking to the inside of Caden Rogers. Bailey in the 23, Rogers in the 49. That's where the battle is out there now. We are halfway home this time. Jeff Pringle can smell that checkered flag as we've got a few more laps to go yet, but he has held on to it this whole way around. The number 3 of Papin sticking strong there. The 03 of Andre Rogi. You got Craig Harris now. Wants to try the outside a little bit. Trying to get up onto Tony Pentinelli. Bryce Bailey is past Caden Rogers. And Bailey is now running 7th. Steve Sherwood on the outside gets to the inside of the car in the high lane. Somebody is slow in the backstretch back there. That might be Joel Hall. Craig Harris still looking to the inside, and Randy Brunel has turned up the wick in the 007. Brunel trying to mix it up as we got a car heading pit side. Papin looking to the inside of Pringle. We may get a lead change. That was Joel Hall who went to the pits. Papin's got the inside run on the back stretch. Papin and Pringle side by side, and Joe Papin has the, a dead heat at the line. Pringle is not giving up. Andre Rogi in the 03 now running 3rd, but looking to the inside of the 29 of Pringle. They're going to come up on lap traffic one more time again. 42 in. Pringle a strong 2nd. Randy Brunel to the inside of Craig Harris. Randy Brunel has the spot down there, at least for the moment, but Harris is tough on the outside line, and Bryce Bailey's going to try and get into the mix as well. You got spots 3, 4, 5, and 6. All up for grabs as they complete lap number 44. Joe Papin with the lead. Coming up on lap number 45. We've had a long green flag run here, and we've got a new leader for you to call. Here's Jay Trainer with the next 15.
My, oh my, the hard charger of the 007 of Randy Brunel. Keep your eye on him. Started back through the field in the 15th starting spot and is racing in the top 5. Currently in 4th, Pentinelli in the 2NY starting to fade a little bit. As the 23 of Bryce Bailey, B-squared, moving up through the ranks. Meanwhile, your racing leader in the 3, Joe Papin, out for a Saturday evening cruise of sorts, laying out the real estate and trying to really put himself in a league of counterparts. It is a statement that he's got about a 5-car length edge between himself and Pringle in the 96. Meanwhile, back through the field, you have the cream of the crop rising to the top as we are working on lap number 50. The one able to switch on by around the 007 of Brunel. Brunel losing 2 spots as the 23 of Bryce Bailey has moved up through the ranks at this juncture. Your racing leader off the apex, back on the throttle once again. Joe Pateman from Redwood is high flying with this one. Pringle, the 03 of Rogie, the 1 of Heroic, and a car getting sideways. It is the number 2, I believe, NY of Tony Patinelli. Around in the ring, hard contact coming out of 4. It's that Caden Rogers, I believe, in the 49. Shown involved in that one. We see the carnage on the 2NY. And Tony Patinelli electing to stay on the track at this point in time. The 65 is Levi Arthur. Getting that time, isn't it? Pringle in the 96 to the outside of Papen's 3, who is your control car as the pace truck will drop out of harm's way. They're coming pretty quick, and the green flag is out. We're racing once again. Papen putting the hammer down. This allows the 03 of Rogie to file on through to the inside of Pringle's 96 ride. The 23 also in hot pursuit, Bryce Bailey, looking to make a move as well as he's now risen up to a 3rd position. He is the madman, ladies and gentlemen, the madman on the mission. The 23 of Bryce Bailey started 5th, went to the tail, and now is riding in 3rd off of turn number 2. They'll work down the back straightaway. The closest battle of brewing is back for 6th and 7th between Randy Brunel and the 007 and the 1 of Craig Harrowith from Fort Plain as they are nerf bar to nerf bar off of turn number 2. Pringle has faded a little bit back into the 4th position coming out of turn number 4. Harrowith wants to get a sneak peek on the outside groove around the 4th place competitor currently. We are 55 laps in the books, coming on down once again. That car, that guy, the 3 of Joe Papen is on rails. He's high flying it into 3 and 4. And keep your eye out again for the 1. Harrowith riding in 5th. Getting high, wide, and handsome, looking for running room. And he bobbles just a bit off the apex. This allows for the 007 of Brunel to file on through. And the 96, the other 96 of Steve Sherwood to find running room to the inside. Lap traffic again out on the grid. You have 3 3s running 1, 2, and 3. The 3 of Joe Papen, your racing leader. The 03 of Andre Rogie, riding in 2nd, and the 23 of Bryce Bailey running in 3rd. And again, the cream has risen to the top. This is lap number 60. Keith, take it away for the next 15.
Been watching Bryce Bailey ever since that spin, and he has slowly picked off cars. Does he have enough tires left to get by the 03 of Rogie or the 3 of Papen? Nobody's made a move out there in the top 3 in the last few laps. 16 more to go, 15 now, 15 more to go. And Joe Papen continues to run up front. They're coming up on Elisa Leedy one more time in the number 25 as she ducks down low, and she will watch the 3 of Joe Papen go by. Quite a battle between Jeff Pringle and the 007 of Randy Brunel. Craig Harrith has scrubbed off his tires, and he has not been able to keep up with the pack. But you got Randy Brunel trying to put the moves on Jeff Pringle now as they come around this time. Andre Rogie solidly in 2nd, 2 car lengths back to the 23 of Bryce Bailey. Then it's the lap car of Elisa Leedy. and a little farther back to Jeff Pringle and Randy Brunel. The cars are starting to spread out now just a little bit. And who's ever got the best tires right now is probably going to get this race. And it looks like it could be Joe Papin. He has been solid and steady out there all night. One more time coming up on the lap car of the number one of Madison Knapp. And Madison settles down into that lower groove. She's probably got a spotter up there telling her just what to do. Here comes Joe Papin on the outside. Andre Rogie in second. And Rogie, if anything, appears to be falling back a little bit on the three of Papin. And we'll see if Bryce Bailey is going to make a charge here for the second spot. Jeff Pringle running fourth. Randy Brunel in the 007 fifth. Craig Harris is pretty much stuck in the sixth place spot, and then you got the number 96 of Steve Sherwood. He also has had to come from the back of the pack, so we've seen some great racing from the back of the pack. Bryce Bailey gets a little bit loose coming out of turn number two, but he is right behind the 03 of Andre Rogie. That's where the battle is on the track right now. For the second place position, there's a wrap in the back as Bailey hits the 03 of Rogie. And Bailey now goes to the low side, Rogie on the high side. Bryce Bailey takes over second. There was contact out there earlier. Bailey will see if he can run down the three of Joe Papin. Not many laps to go. 6 more as Bryce Bailey is trying to chase down the three of Joe Papin. Once Joe Papin got to the front, nobody had anything for him, and Joe Papin continues to lead. Brad Berry puts out the 5-lap sign for Joe Papin. 5 more laps to go. 20 more turns for Joe Papin. He's going to be running into lap traffic. Let's see what happens here. As the number one of Madison Knapp is going to watch him go by again. Elisa Leedy going around Knapp. Here comes Papin, and he's got some work to do on the high side. Papin is looking down low. He slowed down. Now he goes to the high side. He had a lot of room out there, and that's why he could afford to do that. The 23 of Bryce Bailey slowly closing the gap. Not enough time to catch him. We'll see what happens. Not a lot of time to catch him, I should say, but never count this young man out. We got a spin down here. This race is not over. Damon Frucci hung up on the inside of turn number 4. It's shootout time here at Evans Mills Raceway Park. Here they come. Bryce Bailey, Joe Papin side by side coming out of turn number 4. And Joe Papin has a slight edge as they get to the line. He's got the inside line. He'll have the advantage. Andre Rogie not really able to keep pace there. He would have hoped to go through, and there's another wrap in the back from Bryce Bailey in the number 23. Joe Papin coming down the front stretch. 2 laps to go, and we've got Pringle and the 03 of Andre Rogie side by side. They're going to make a shootout out of this one. We got a lap and a half to go. Coming around now for the white flag, it's Joe Papin. Bryce Bailey right behind him. Then you got Andre Rogie looking to the inside of Bailey. Pringle up high. Craig Harris is back in the mix. Just 2 more turns, and the caution is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Where?
We lost a car somewhere. Up in turn 3.
Up in the marbles.
Way
turn
up against
3.
the wall up there. As the Caskinette Ford Bronco pace truck takes his place up on the side. Joe Papin's got to do it one more time. They're picking up the speed. Here we go. Papin gets a good start. And Andre Rogie gets to the inside of Bryce Bailey, and Rogie might get that spot back in the 03. Andre Rogie with a great restart. Craig Harris now looking down to the inside of Bailey in the 23. Does Andre Rogie have anything for Joe Papin? 1 more lap to go. Papin up front. Rogie in second. Bailey third. And we got a lot of side-by-side cars back here fighting for position from about 6th place on back. Now they start to single him out. Checkered flag is out, and it's Joe Papin one more time in the number 3. Andre Rogie in the 03. Bryce Bailey, oh, we got a spinner right at the end here as Corey Tremblay goes into the infield. Bryce Bailey with a great run after getting turned around, finishing in the 3rd place spot. And we'll be going down trackside, and we'll get a word with Joe Papin, and then it's time for fireworks. We got Steve
Rogie Auto Transport driver out of Casterland, and he's in for the win. How about a big round of applause for Joe Papin? Keith, take it away.
Well, it's a long race. I don't think Joe Papin could wait to get out of that car. We'll get a word with him as soon as we get a couple of photos here, and then it's fireworks time. Oh, the photographers are waving me in. They just want to get my picture. Hey, Joe, you like this victory lane stuff. Now, that was a long race tonight. How long did it feel to you?
Yeah, those cautions really make it feel like a long time. I don't know. The strategy really plays in here, and the first half of the race, I think I used up my tires, but I don't know. The car was sticking coming out, so I guess I didn't.
At what point did you think you had this won? Like you say, just like 2 weeks ago, caution right in the last few laps. What does that do to your head?
Yeah, I mean, me and Bryce are real good buddies, and he's probably not the car that you want on the outside of you with green-white checkered, but I don't know. I think we both handled it well as drivers. It was nice and clean, and I don't know. It was a lot of fun.
It was a great race, and Joe Papin is on top for the second race in a row. We have some victory lane photos to do, and as soon as the front stretch is clear, we're going to do a countdown for the fireworks.